My session is about the cannabis extraction in Thailand. Today we have two speakers. My name is Dr. Thavatchai Kamoltham. I'm a Dean of College of Allied Health Science, University of Sunandha, Rajabhat University. Actually, I'm a surgeon, but I'm interested in cannabis for a long time, and I have been doing a lot of things about the cannabis. And today I will going to tell you more about the extraction. Not only me. Today we have expert. We have pharmacist, Dr. Noppadol Luangpirom. He's here with me. He's a lecturer in cannabis extraction at our university.
Okay, it is my honor to be here.
Okay, as we all know, for a long time, over almost 100 years, that we have been knowing about the Thai stick. That is a famous thing in Thailand, including the cigarette called Glong Tip. Many American soldiers know, and besides that, Thailand has been recorded about the use of the cannabis in many herbal recipes in Thailand for more than 600 years, which has the stone imaging, and they print in the many kind of ancient textbook. So cannabis and Thai people use know for a long time, been knowing for a long time. For Thailand, now we have a long chain of the cannabis. Not only using in the part of medicine, cannabis will help the Thai people, especially the farmer, to grow and get more income to help them living. Also, the manufacturing processing going to be one of the main industry in Thailand. Besides that, we use the herb and cannabis in the part of the health and wellness, and in the cosmetic, and for food, for all kind of the consumer products. So the important part before we get those things, extraction is one of the very important process that we need to be concerned. Long time ago, we extract marijuana or cannabis by using smoking. As we know that everyone know bong. Bong is an international word. They take the gum or the resins from the cannabis tree by using hand rubbing, sieving, and also extraction from the cold water. This is the way that they use to get the resins. And by another method, it's sieving. And the method of extraction by using the ice water. For Thai style, we have modified the Simpson's method, Rick Simpson method, using the ethyl alcohol mixed with dry flowers of the cannabis, and they boil it in the temperature with the alcohol to get the extraction cannabis resins. And this is very old method. In Thailand now, we are moving to the modern method. Yeah? All kind of modern method has so many things to be concerned. One thing is about the contaminant. People said that what you do is what you get, because if you get the poor strain with the insecticide and the chemical contaminant, it's very hard to separate them after the extraction process, and it costs a lot also. So we need to do the selection by using the selected species, and also we will have to use the method of the good cultivation, to control the environment, temperature, humidity, light intensity, and everything to get the best medicine grade of the cannabis. So extraction methods, there are many different kinds. What kind of method that we need to use today? Maybe Dr. Noppadol will give us some more detail about that.
Okay. So we know a lot about how to extract the cannabis. In the past, we used the conventional method, but up to now, there are many approaches to extract the cannabis. Maybe you can heard about the CO2 extraction, ethanol extraction, and so many extraction. Up to now, there's still confusing whether which method is good. And also a lot of people, especially investor, already import such technology in Thailand. For example, CO2 extraction. There are a lot of many organizations have to use it, but finally we still curious that the CO2 extraction method, whether it's the best method or not, and the technology for extraction is changing every day. I could say every day. Yeah, I keep catch up such extraction up to now.
Yeah,
They're changing.
Many people in Thailand, they already bought some
Yes.
this kind of machine with them already.
Yes.
Because they think that this is the best method.
Yes. But
What
now,
do you think? What is the best method?
yeah, I think CO2 extraction is good for a large factory or large organization, but they need a lot of secondary process. Yeah, so it might be secondary process is much more expensive than the extractor CO2 extractor alone. Yeah, so they come up with another idea that we can use the a technology that is more affordable in Thailand. I think we can use the up to now they are looking for the alcoholic extraction because regarding to FDA, we consider it safe. Yeah, and also up to now the technology is very quick. Yeah, so you may have heard about the deep freeze ethanolic extraction. That is, we can prevent the others material we don't want to extract into our product. For example, chlorophyll, wax, fatty acid. Yeah, but it also the alcoholic extraction. Up to now, if we go deep freeze, that might be minus 40 degrees Celsius, even minus 80 degrees Celsius. That's it. We can change the alcoholic extraction into a certain non-polar rather than the polar. So we can get the non-polar extraction from the lower temperature of CO2. That means we can get terpenes and also the essential flavonoid into our product.
Before this, we used to think about to get the TBC and CBD in pure, and we have many literature saying about the good things about the THC CBD, and in Thailand, after the police arrest and get some kind of cannabis and keep it in the hot room, and they turn to be the CBN. And CBN is very good for the brain tumor and liver tumor, liver cancer also. But the idea, we think back again, after a while, we try very hard to use the THC and CBD in pure. It's not good, get a good result. So now we think back into the full spectrum.
Yeah.
So that's why the extraction process need to be changed from the pure chemical into the full spectrum. Is that right?
Yeah, I agree of that idea because of we can have a lot of cannabinoid. I assume it could be more than 100 of cannabinoid that we could extract. Yeah,
Include
But
the terpene and
Yeah,
some kind
terpene,
of
yeah.
other things.
Yeah, I would like to say about terpene also. Up to now, from the research paper, they said terpene is a leading compound that open the blood-brain barrier that can bring cannabinoid into the brain and also facilitate into the others cannabinoid receptor outside the brain also. That's why we call entourage effects. Yeah, that is the issue that how we use the extraction method to uh, get the full spectrum from the cannabis, not only THC and CBD, like Dr. Thavatchai said.
Yeah, modern doctor in Thailand now believe that the full spectrum is much more effective than the purified one. So now many people, many part of the industry thinking about to use the ethanol extraction instead of the CO2 extraction.
Yeah.
So what they buy now is going to be like a museum, yeah, because it's very expensive, yeah, for the machine. But now the process may be changed in the future.
Yeah. There are also another method also. For example, ultrasonic extraction and also microwave assist extraction. That could be possible for the organization to get the right profile. Yeah. So as Dr. Thavatchai said, the right profile, that means we don't need only THC and CBD, but there are also others active cannabinoid that is maybe come from fresh cannabis. For example, CBG, yeah, and THCA. That's active compound work effectively on each specific disease that might be effect to the certain extraction method nowadays. I think Thailand have to think about the how to get the right profile of the cannabis product available in the Thai market.
I think this is another wave that's going to change again. After the second wave that we think the full spectrum is good, now it's going back to the purified THC, CBD, CBN, CBG again. So maybe we will need another kind of extraction process. Also terpene. Now we think about the terpene to use in many kind of factories, especially in the food factories, and also for the spa and for the Thai massage. So I think in the future, now we have to consider what is the suitable extraction method for our society. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it depends. I would say it depends. But I would like to discuss further not only the extraction method, but also the light cultivar. I mean, the choice how to select the right cannabis. For example, maybe we can get the right phenotype, but long chemotypes. Yeah. So this is depend on how we grow such a cannabis in the field. Yeah, I think Dr. Thavatchai have experience for a while to grow the cannabis. It could be possible that maybe he could explain whether we do by ourselves or we do the hybrid with the European country, or for example like Russia, that they have cannabis ruderalis, yeah, that can be hybrid to be the plant cannabis can be grown whole the year. Yeah, that we call auto flowering, and somehow we can also hybrid the other cannabis also to get the right profile. That is maybe more important than the extraction process. Maybe Dr. Thavatchai have some certain experience with Macho, and now we have the lab to cultivate the right choice of cannabis phenotype chemistry. Yeah.
Yes, as I say at the beginning, the strain of the cannabis is very important. If we choose the wrong strain, we will go to the wrong method, and then we will get the wrong things. Now, many people are in pain because they don't know what is going to be the last choice or the best one. So they're trying and they get, a wrong way and have to start it again. It wastes the time, it wastes the money, and it causes the pain. Yeah. Now, I think medical grade cannabis for the right strain is very important. Instead of growing in the normal environment, they might think it's cheaper and cost less. But when extracted, it spends a lot of money to separate them, to get the pure one, the pure chemical or the pure medicine. Yeah? So at this time, it depends on what we want. So in Thailand or for Thai people, Thai government, they have to think that what we are going to do in the future. At this time, the law about the CBN in food and in cosmetic is going to be passed. So soon we will know what we want. I think now for the industrial scale, the CBN crystal or maybe the pure extraction of CBN might be the answer for the large industrial scale. But for the medicine, we need the full spectrum or maybe a kind of separate THC, CBD, and CBD and THC equally. So the three formula in different percentage may need for us for the medicine, for the medical part. And also leaf and tree and root and flower, or every part can be used to make a Thai traditional medicine for all 16 recipes that we have. So we will make use of it, and after that, the fiber and the resin, every part of the cannabis can be useful. So Thailand have to make a strong direction to what the organization or the customer need.
Okay, last but not least, yeah. So in Thailand, I assume or I suggest that don't worry about the extraction technology. We have a lot of experts to do this job, but we should study the right culture, the right strain, and also we have to develop the right strain for our communities, and also try to preserve the original strain. Otherwise, we could have so many cannabis that grown indoor, but finally we cannot preserve our originality of the cannabis in the landless.
I will conclude by this slide. I think the extraction in Thailand have to be concerned of the end products. For the medical grade, food grade, or the homemade solvent. And the important is, very important is about the operator, the one who do it. They have to be the expert, not just anyone can do it, yeah? Because they can be harmful or contaminated, And the speed, volume, concentration in industrial scale is also important for the future. If we make the demand on the large scale, traditional extraction machine cannot be commercially suitable. So in the future, for Thailand, we might need the central factory that with high technology to support one right of the people that they will grow at home and send back to the main factory or the central factory to extract, to get the right thing for the Thai people in Thailand and for export also.
Okay, thank you. See
Thank
you
you very
soon
much.
next time.
Thank you.